Hello everyone, and welcome to another video of Microsoft Excel 2010 VBA programming. In this video I'm going to show how we can automate a report in Microsoft Excel 2010. And to further explain what I mean in automating a report in Microsoft Excel 2010, a question that I am commonly asked is if there is any way to run a macro which will automatically query data from a raw data file, transfer it into the workbook that you have, your report, and then close out the raw data file, that way it's no longer on the screen, update your report, and then save it into like a public drive or an area where it can be read-only and not messed with by anybody else. And the reasoning behind this question is because there are several reporting tools that can generate a CSV file or some kind of raw data file, maybe even in an Excel format, and it can become a tedious process if that's happening every single day, and as an analyst or as an analytical expert you're needing to open up that report every single day, dump it into your workbook, and then saving that information. So to save on time and to make that process a lot more seamless, I'm going to explain how we can do that. Now I'm going to do this in a total of 4 videos. They'll be very brief, but to give you the breakdown that way in case you want to skip ahead. In video 1, this video, I'll be explaining how we can run a macro as soon as you open up your workbook. And in video 2, I'll discuss how we can record a macro to transfer the raw data file into your workbook. Video 3, I'll talk about setting up a macro to save this file, your workbook file, as a read-only file. And then a video 4, which we'll talk about putting all of those macros together to make it work seamlessly. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, very simple. Make sure you have your developers tab set up in Microsoft Excel and that your macros are enabled. If you don't see a developers tab or your macros are not enabled, please review one of my previous videos on setting up the developers tab in the Microsoft Excel ribbon. Now, let me go ahead and go forward now. I'm going to go to my macro security, make sure all macros are enabled. And I'm going to go to my Visual Basic environment, and I have a brand new workbook here, but I'm going to go to Visual Basic, and I'm going to show you this workbook. You want to double click this, and you're going to have 2 boxes, the combo boxes. You have the general and you have declarations. Under general, you're going to click workbook. This procedure should be automatically created for you, private sub workbook open. If for any reason that did not come up, go ahead and go to your procedures on the right and go on and select the one that says open. And what I'm going to do is just show you the code MsgBox. This is just a little bit of a VBA. You just open your workbook, and I'm going to go on and close this out. Close out the Visual Basic environment, and I'm going to save this file, and I'm going to save it to my desktop. Now when you save it, make sure, this is very important, make sure that you save it as a macro enabled workbook or as an Excel binary workbook. Both of these two support macros. Personally, I pick Excel binary workbook because it has a built-in compression that makes the file size smaller when possible. And I'm going to go on and save this file as testfile.xlsb. I'm going to hit enter. So now it's time to close Microsoft Excel. Now if this file was to be open, we should receive a message box as soon as the file is open. So I'm going to go on and open it up, and we have the screen come up. You just open your workbook. This completes the portion of video 1 where we're just talking about how we use the workbook open procedure to run a macro as soon as the workbook is opened. And in this case, all we did was we executed a MsgBox code. In the next video, we'll talk about how we can record a macro in order to transfer information from a raw data file and place it into this workbook.